and they're loving it because you're giving that sense of enjoyment, then that's where you want to be. So there's a lot of cricket clubs in Oxford, you know, we know they love their cricket so much, but you want to be, you know, at a place, and there's an option here at your cricket club, you know, to provide a lot of fun and enjoyment, and that's what it's about. Through that, then, you know, you'll enjoy playing cricket, you'll enjoy the competition. Parents, you know, I would tell them to actually actively be involved with the coaching as well, because when I was a coach for under 10s, under 12s, and under 14s at Middlesex, I found the children that actually accelerated were when the parents, you know, got involved. And their children, I think, whatever it was, maybe the way the parents then after spoke to them, seeing, you know, what you know, the other cricketers are doing, which are really good. And it's the same thing here as well, that as a youngster playing cricket, if the parents are involved, you'll see a much more, you know, quicker growth and acceleration.
That's amazing. The kid that asked me that asked me via his parents, so I think they're on the right track. Talking of the youngsters, I have an amazing new question from one of our younger players, which is when you started playing cricket, did you play with any girls? And how has that changed as you've grown up?
Yeah, great question. I think I didn't play with any girls when I was younger. I think it was all just boys, and people wanted to know, you know, do I have a nickname? Because my real name is Monsoon, and then that's how Monty came about. Because my auntie named me Monty, and 2006 there was loads of pets named after me. So, you know, looks like a lot of dogs and cats, you know, named Monty. You know, that was one of the sort of, I think, one of my great moments. But generally, I think generally speaking, it's great to see the growth of women's cricket, and 100 I think has really helped that. You know, we see a lot of talent, you know, coming through. Recently, I saw, you know, with the women's big bash as well. There's a young lady who's actually smashing it, hitting hundreds. You know, I was back-to-back hundreds she just recently hit, and the game's growing worldwide. So I think it's brilliant to see, and I think, you know, the more we can make the game accessible to the young girls, the better. You know, it's great to see with the IPL as well. So I think it's brilliant. I think it's actually brilliant.
Amazing, thank you. So the pet thing is really funny. Talking about being a fan favourite, someone's asked when you arrived on the England team, you were undoubtedly a fan favourite. What was that experience like for you? Like positives and negatives. What was it like being kind of someone that a lot of attention was paid to?
Yeah, look, I think it's a great question. I remember at the time when I got Tendulkar as my first Test wicket, and you know, he was obviously, I got him out one of the greatest of all time, and then running towards point, the energy and the loving all that moment. And then I realised, you know, the reason he was given out is because, you know, Alimdar was Pakistani. and obviously, at the time, you know, it was just a brilliant moment for me as well. But then when I got back, I think Andrew Flintoff said to me, Monty Mania has started, you know, back home. Everyone's loving Monty, they're wearing their face masks, everything like that. I would walk down to my local news agents and people start asking for my autograph. And that's when the change really happened. And I wasn't too sure how to deal with it, but then I just, you know, took everyone to sign everyone's autograph. Because I think one of the really good English sports psychologists said to me, he goes, the way you're playing cricket, you're actually giving positive energy to everyone else who's watching it. So keep, Michael Moore said to me at the time, keep actually celebrating the way you are. Keep celebrating the way you are, because that everyone is loving that energy. So I kept on doing, obviously, you know, them sort of celebrations. And it was then I realised that actually the best description I think the sports psychologist gave me was like the sunlight. You know, when the sun rises and then it touches the mountains, the leaves, and then it goes through everyone else, and then as it rises, you know, we animals and all of us get the sunlight. Because when you're playing cricket, the fans are receiving that level of, you know, energy and sunlight. Go and give them happiness, and that's the most important thing. So, you know, we know at Christmas or Diwali, you know, we light the candle every year. But the biggest candle you want to light is inside. Are you happy inside? Are you at peace with life? Are you living life to the fullest? Is that candle inside lit? That's the most important candle. And if any time in your life where you think that candle needs, you know, readdressing, or I'm not sure if it's happy inside, you can always come to Restore. Because Restore is here to help you identify things, help you to have difficult conversations that you may not have with your friends or family. You know, it's difficult to say when you get up on the dining table and one day just get up and you say, well, the sky looks purple to me, and then they think, are you really mad? You know, the sky is blue. But here, you can have those conversations, and that's why it's so important to talk about mental health. And another thing also is, ask yourself the questions, do you have 5 friends you can speak to when you are not in a great place? And if you do, that's a good sign that you've got a good social life. But if you haven't, then you can always come here as well. You know, they do group therapy sessions. They've got trained professional, psychologists, trainers who know how to deal with this kind of stuff, and also work on your social skills as well. Ask yourself, am I reaching out to my friends? Am I going to go and see a cricket match? Maybe it could be, here at the Sixers. It could be that like when you do a business meeting. Same thing. Make time for your friends and family, because if you make time for them when you're in a good place, when you're not in a great place, they will be there to hold